So the Game of Thrones universe is a very expansive world. There are a lot of characters, families, rivalries, friendships, relationships, what have you, all around. And for me, I like to learn more about the Blackfyre Rebellions. I don't know what hold they have over me, but I enjoy learning more about them. And seeing as how we have an epic mod like this, being the Game of Thrones mod for CK3, and now with a new Blackfyre character over here, well, I don't know when it was actually out. I just reinstalled the entire game, figure it out now. That there's King Daemon III Blackfyre, and I have to play as him. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump right in, we're going to try him out, and we're going to see if we can take over the Seven Kingdoms, and finally put an end to these Blackfyre Rebellions, but succeed at one. Let's go! A fourth rebellion? With winter at an end, the time is ripe for another invasion. Like my father before me and his father before him, I stand at the helm of a great host. With Bittersteel and the Golden Company at my side, we shall make a mighty force. But the work is far from over. The realm thinks it's done, as tattered as our banners. But we may yet show these plump-hide lords that House Blackfyre can still wield the strength and influence needed to rule the Seven Kingdoms. We must reach across the narrow sea, sway some of the local forces to our cause, and tear Targaryen rule from within. The shameful betrayal of the Great Council must not be forgotten. I will claim what is mine by right or die trying. House Blackfyre will sit upon the Iron Throne. And here's the start of the fourth Blackfyre Rebellion. Pretty much, long story short, House Blackfyre is a legitimized bastard branch of the Targaryen dynasty. Mostly because Aegon IV the Unworthy thought that he wanted to just troll the entire world by saying, hey, every single one of my bastards, you're legit now. And at the same time, years before that, he had gifted the ancestral sword of Blackfyre, which originally belonged to Aegon the Conqueror, and handed down from leader to heir, to Daemon. So, that led to a whole succession crisis after he died. A little bit after that, of course. And as you can clearly see, the first three Blackfyre Rebellions did not go out so well. The second one was an absolute joke, and the fourth one is actually kind of sad. But nevertheless, I have the historical setting on right now, so we're going to see what legitimately happened, just for the people here who don't know much about Game of Thrones type lore, or are kind of learning about it. And then after that, I'll start up a new session in which we're going to legitimately try to take over the Seven Kingdoms. So right now, we are going to invade. And in 2 weeks, we're going to have a force scripted event in which we're going to be invading the Seven Kingdoms. I'm going to set it to 4 speed. Let's check out the lifestyle choices. And you know what? This is not bad. Like, out of all of these, like, ideally, for at least the next run, I would love to have the stalwart leader just for the prowess. But we only have the Valor lifestyle focus here, so that's the only one I can select. And then when it comes to patron aspect, I'm going to go with the warrior. And I'm going to be doing the exact same thing for the next one, so just bear that in mind. Honestly, consider it to be like a prerequisite at this point. So, we are an adventure. We're just big chillin' here in Tyrosh. We do have an okay-ish size force here, but we do have special mercenaries in the Golden Company. So, there are a lot of really good units here, and obviously the War Elephants, which we totally didn't see in the show, by the way. But we have them here, and they are very, very strong. So, let's get this going, and our ideal landing point is going to be around here. Oh, those 2 weeks went by really fast. Okay, so the invasion. My heart pounds with a mixture of excitement and fear as I ready my forces for our western invasion. One final bid for my birthright. Westeros will bleed, that much is certain, but it will bleed for a noble cause. King Aegon IV's intentions for my grandfather were clear. By bestowing Blackfyre upon him, he marked him as his rightful heir. Any and all Targaryen kings that followed were nothing but undeserving usurpers. The realm will bow before its rightful king. I smell victory, and this immediately throws us into a war for the throne. And I'm gonna keep our own banner because, like, I'll be real, like, I'm not the biggest fan of the color scheme here for his personal arms. I think it was meant to be, like, a golden-ish color, but yeah, no. And besides, I love the look of House Blackfyre's banner anyway, so I'm gonna just do that. Keep the family's banner. And we have our guys that have already formed up over here. And we're going to wait for the Golden Company to come and accompany us. And we're also at war with the Lord Paramountcy of the Stormlands. So not only is it just King Aegon V, but we're also at war with him too. So they have a good power spike there. But again, the Golden Company is rather strong. And we're also up against 72,891 soldiers. So we have now formed up. Let's head on up here. Our landing point is going to be somewhere over here in the province of Glasswater. And I believe this is where he initially landed too. He didn't get too far, and I believe the battle was right here on this bridge. Or it could have been... Oh, no, the Battle of Windbridge, right over here. This was the site of the 4th Blackfyre Rebellion's battle. And you're going to see a kind of recognizable figure here relatively soon if you watch a certain show. But this has been out for a good amount of time, along with all the source material. So don't ever tell me that I'm giving you like any spoilers or something. It's been out there. Go read it. Go and siege out this castle, or rather this fort. I kind of want to try to get over here to Windbridge before they arrive. I have no clue where they are, but they're just going to pop up like very, very quickly. Let's see if I can try to spot them. Oh, they're here. They're sieging down here. What the hell? Okay. Well, this is not going as planned, but do anything I do really go as planned? Not really. It's kind of just like, hey, let me just give it the random try and see what happens. Okay, so we're going to march all the way to the bridge here, and we're just going to hold it, and hopefully, yep, they're on the way. So this is indeed going to be legit. The dragon and the wall. We're fighting Sir Duncan the Tall. So this actually did happen. Per the story, war is a bloody business. That much I've known for years. Yet nothing could have prepared me for the carnage I now wade through. A red shower of entrails and gore washes over me as I drive my sword through another dying foe's horse. I wipe the blood from my visor, and then I see him, towering over my soldiers and swinging a mighty greatsword. Before I could turn away, he spots me. Gods be good. He's headed straight towards me. So right now, we are going to be dueling Sir Duncan the Tall. We bear the sword. Let's see what happens. Strike, parry, riposte is always a really good one, but I need to ensure this happens the correct way, so I'm going to throw a little bit. Alright, so I need to have a low chance of success. He needs to be better. Let's go with this one. And that pretty much ends the 4th Blackfyre Rebellion with Sir Duncan the Tall killing King Daemon III. And pretty much, I believe Bittersteel grabs the sword again and then hightails it over to the east once more. And then after that, you know, the War of the Ninepenny Kings does take off, at which case it does become known kind of also as the 5th Blackfyre Rebellion with Melees the Monstrous. But what we're going to do is I'm going to reload the save, but we're going to start again, and we're going to see if we can take the throne legit this time. All right, round 2. So we're still going to invade straight up. It's on historical, but uncertain events, so anything can happen, pretty much. Go here to Marshall. Why? It'll be good for later, but right now, no. No, thank you. Okay, Patron Aspect, go for the Warrior. I guess we're just going to have to jump into Bittersteel's backpack again. Just fine. Let me go ahead and get some Dragon Guard. Boost that up to size 3 out of 6 for their unit, and Knights of the Dragon, 1 unit for them should be fine. Max them out with provisions, because once we secure the throne, provisions is just going to be nothing. It's not even going to be there. And we'll have all the provisions in the world, because we're going to be owning this behemoth. Right? Right. Glad we're on the same page here. Alright, go ahead and start this, and once the pop-up comes, I'll tell you what the plan is, because it's God tier. I don't even think you've thought about this. Not at all. You probably have. Okay. So, we're going to hope for some more allies, and we're going to hope that he has none, right? Apart from his son. We are going to herd all of our potential allies over here in Tyrush, whether they like it or not, and we're going to sail up the Narrow Sea, in past the Gullet, into Blackwater Bay, sit on the Red Keep, and capture him. Isn't it beautiful? It's perfect, right? Perfect, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my family's banner. Let's see who's on our side and who's on his side. Okay, 6 allies for us, 30,000 men. He's got 38,000. I think I like our chances here, gang. Okay, let's get into the water and just wait. Hopefully all of our guys will come here. Yeah, it looks like they are. That's beautiful. And the Targaryen forces are already over here into the High Lordship of Kingswood, and they're sieging them down. They have no idea what's about to happen. We're at 26,923. Anybody else coming? Oh, there's one guy from here. They were trying to go down and deal with them at Blackmont, I do believe. Which would have been sick if they would have gone down there Perfect, actually. Now, let's see if we can get up the narrow sea without these guys doing anything stupid, which they already are. They're doing something stupid. I didn't tell you to disembark. Hello? Where the hell are the rest? What are you doing? Get up here. Hello? I'm the leader, not you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. We're going to Blackwater Bay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Come on. We're almost there. I believe in you. We're going to sit on the Red Keep. Thank you. Jesus, builds my anxiety like no tomorrow. So, with the Golden Company here, we have 30,000 men sitting right on the Red Keep. We are going to take this and hopefully capture King Aegon V. And they do not want to fight us at all. Otherwise, they would be like, I'm going to come over there, march and beat your ass. But they don't. They don't want none of this. Hopefully, we get him now. Boom! Destroyed. Owned. Mine. Damn, that was a lot easier than I thought. There you go. There's your strategy. If you want to try this, now you know what to do. All right. So, let them see their new king. Grand Maester of the Iron Throne. Okay, good. Good, good, good. So, now the Targaryens have been unseated, and we have been seated. Perfect. And now my brother, Aemon Blackfyre, is my player heir. Cool. So, as for court grandeur, because we are making 75.8 per tick, I'm going to boost all this up. We are not... The Blackfyres, we don't work with bland food and very few servants and minute lodgings in last century fashion. We are the new kids, okay? We got this. I'm going to boost all that up. Nice. Court artifacts. Definitely want to put the Iron Throne down somehow. Oh, we have the painted table as well because of Dragonstone, which is really cool. The banners. Where are my banners at? Because I know I have a Blackfyre banner somewhere. I have the Blackfyre banner right here. Which that is so sick. Yeah, we're going to keep that right over there. Okay. And then we might as well put the Targaryen banner down over on the other side. If I could have duplicated that, I would have definitely put it there. As for Dragon Skulls, I'm going to go with Balerion on the right. And I will go with Meraxes on the left. I think that's pretty cool. And then we have some pedestals, so we have a bunch of dragon eggs that we can hopefully try to hatch in the future, maybe. Let's put one here. I'm trying to get on this other pedestal. Let's go for you here. And let's go for the ivory one here. And I saw a magma one. That looks pretty sick. Let's go with the magma dragon egg right over there. Perfect. All right. Can't hold court quite yet, but we're going to go ahead and disband. And we have a lot of court positions that are empty. We are now a mighty king, and let's see what we can do. Hand of the king. Oh, everyone hates us. Okay. Well, Grand Maester, I don't know whether that's a good idea. But you, sir, are a Celtigar. You're going to go here. You're going to oversee the realm for me. Master of Laws, yeah, I think you're good to go there. Let's go for domestic affairs. Master of Coin, yeah, let's give it to a Lannister. That's not going to bite us in the ass later. Master of Arms, we're going to give it to the Baratheons. I think that's probably a good idea. We're going to put him to increase county control in King's Landing. Master of Whispers, someone who preferably likes me. Okay, is that even a possibility? Not really. We're going to go with him. Yeah, he's at 23. Maybe he'll get a little bit better. Master of Ships, we will go with Lord Jasper Aaron. Or actually, where's a Greyjoy? We have a Greyjoy around here? Doesn't seem like we have a Greyjoy worth a damn. How the hell are you down here? Well, you know what? I think that just kind of works. We'll live for the immersion of this. Yeah, go for that. We can hold court, and we can also take a decision here. Restore the Dragon Mount Dragon Keepers. So let's go ahead and do that absolutely. Let's hope they serve us well. And that also is a thing that we can boost up here in the court grandeur. So they have funding, but I kind of want to go to the Grand Pit once we have it, all right? And I think we can also hold court. Let's go ahead and do just that. Gesture for the first to approach. The Grand Sept belongs to the father. I see new ways to change things. Yeah, I think that's fine. Very well, but you owe me. What does he want? Country, okay, forget the debts. Very well, but you owe me. He's going to pay me. Oh, no, I'm going to pay him. You're at minus 100. Sorry, I have no coin to spare. I really don't. By the father, she must be stopped. I will question. Malice is not a crime. Okay, we're just going to keep to that. Perfect. Court artifacts. I don't know what the heck else we have here. We have some furniture. We got a statue of the father. Okay, we're going to put that right there. Cool. And right now, our current dominion is pretty much holding on to King's Landing, Dragonstone, and probably Summerhall, which is down here, right? Yeah, we have Summerhall as well. Cool. Let's go ahead and start this up. A Blackfyre victory. For generations, my forefathers have endured hardship, exile, and mockery. House Blackfyre has warred and schemed, has bled and died, all for one single dream, one single purpose: reclaiming our birthright, our righteous place upon the Iron Throne. Today, this dream becomes reality. As I climb the steps of the Iron Throne, my mind turns to my namesake. Tears fill my eyes as I turn to face the throne room. If only you could see me now, grandfather. It has taken many years, but at last, a daemon of House Blackfyre sits upon the Iron Throne. I am but a seed for a dynasty that shall last 1,000 years and more. My reign begins now. Perfect. An oath broken. Duncan the Tall. Okay, so Duncan, the commoner from Fleetbottom, has disgraced himself and was stripped of his white cloak. With his departure, the duty now falls to me to fill the vacancy amongst the renowned ranks of the White Cloaks. Bring me the greatest knights in all the realm. Perfect. A new Kingsguard. Okay, let the judgment be done. Okay. Now that I've defeated Aegon, I must decide if I keep his appointments as of the Kingsguard or should I appoint my own. Elevating my own appointees to the Kingsguard would undoubtedly ensure my safety, but perhaps an argument could be made to keep some of my current members. Well, they all hate me, so more than likely they're all going to try to kill me at one point. So I'm going to get rid of every single one of them. To the victor goes the spoils. They shall have Dragonstone. You definitely will not have Dragonstone. That's unacceptable. Nope. Okay, bitter request. Okay. Weeks have passed since my victory, my ascension to the Iron Throne. In these weeks, I have not been idle. Days and nights I have spent consolidating my power, making certain House Blackfyre's grasp upon the throne is secure for years to come. Now, as I rest upon the throne, basking in the glory of my work, Aegor comes to me with a request. A humble 1,000 gold for my efforts in securing our victory. My men are tired, but we shall continue to serve you whatever may come. We only ask for a small sum for our efforts. With gold, there's plenty of glory to go around to celebrate your rise. A reasonable petition? So he stays here for the Golden Company. It saddens me, but no. I'm going to do it, even though it's going to throw me into debt. It's not a big deal. I like him. He's definitely, he's been on my side, obviously. I don't really want to piss him off. It's a really bad idea. And I think at this point, I'm going to go with authority focus. This seems to make sense. And what do we have here in my inventory? So we also have the White Book. I'm going to put that right over here. Monthly Renown is always going to be nice because that was going a little bit in the red here. Hey, Ransom. Yeah, because I kind of need to make some money. The reason why we have everyone hating us is because I haven't gone through the coronation event yet. We're going to have to do that. Maybe, just maybe, I go and request a bank loan from the Iron Bank. I think that's a good idea. I choose the Iron Bank of Bravos. I don't really want to just stick over here with poor legitimacy because that's what's making everybody hate us. Very risky. Let's go for a large amount of gold, or short term should be fine. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. So we have bank loan, repaid, okay, paid, yeah. Okay, conditions are an insult, be on your way, deal is reasonable. Yeah, I accept it, whatever. Okay, and now we are going to go for the coronation event. And the coronation event is going to be right here in the Red Keep. We need an officiant, and every single one of these guys hate us, but out of all the people who hate us, I think that the Lord Paramount of the Stormlands should be the one to crown us. Yeah, we're going to invite neighboring rulers, extended family, and minor lords, and hopefully he's not going to want to kill us at the same time. See if we can boost any of these. Impressive, that's always good. Troubadours and exotic. Okay, that's not bad. We can still do it. And then a gargantuan meal. I love that. Wait, can we even do this? No. Grandiose, we would just need a little bit more money. We need 102. Let it go for like 2 ticks, and then we can do this. Because that'll be worth it in the end, I think. Perfect. Let's start the Really grand preparations. I need to change his look, dude. He looks terrible. Honey, you need a little bit of a makeover. I'm gonna go with the medium curls, and then for our clothes, what do I want him in, like, armor? I don't know why. Maybe we do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Where's the crimson... Where is it? The crimson plate of the dragon. Yeah, there you go. That's number 1. Explorer's cloak. No, I like the half cape. Dynastic half cape. Yeah, we're going to do that one. And then the crimson plate legwear of the dragon. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Perfect. You look beautiful. Excellent. Now you look like an actual king and not a commoner. Let's go. Final preparations. What a glorious day. All of the invites have been sent out. You can already tell how Lord Paramount Lionel is just so happy and excited to be here. 6 months until everyone arrives. We definitely want to make sure we pay off that bank loan. Selecting the crown of the Black Dragon is going to do nicely. And he was here the entire time. I don't know where he was riding off to. He's trying to fix the county control over here. You're collecting money, which is fantastic. I really hope no one attempts to assassinate me because Lord John Hayford is not particularly a big fan. But it's mostly the legitimacy that's the problem. Once we have the coronation event done, we should be good to go. And we're going to go ahead and station some of the Dragon Guard. We're going to put the Dragon Guard on Dragonstone, and then the Knights of the Dragon are going to be right here on the Red Keep. We also do have some of these guys, but I won't deploy them. I'm going to keep others. And so it begins. The day has finally come for me to be formally crowned King of the Iron Throne. As the preparations are made, my mind is already focused on what comes next. Behind all the rituals, all the ceremonies, coronations are first and foremost political events. Despite the smiles and deference, I wonder if my vassals will accept my rule. Well, they will, or otherwise we'll kill them. Okay, so what the hell did you do? Religious complaints. I'm ashamed of myself. Okay, what did I do? Ashamed of myself? No. Yes, I'm gonna enjoy it too. No, I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Let's try to like make everyone like us. That's really the right call here. How much do we need to pay the bank loan? Have at least 534. Oh, we're almost there. Nice. Yeah, having authority focus right now just to get everything under control is pretty much the plan. The true king. The ceremony has finally reached its climax. Lord Paramount Lionel the Laughing Storm has anointed me in the traditional rites of the Faith of the Seven, and now prepares to crown me. As the crown is placed upon my head, Lord Paramount Lionel the Laughing Storm proclaims, "Before gods and men, I proclaim Daemon of House Blackfyre, King of the Andals, the Roynar, and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm. Long may he reign." The crowd starts cheering as I stand to face them. Let the Father bear witness. We gain a bunch of prestige. We gain a bunch of legitimacy. We lose the uncrowned ruler debuff. And he gets the nickname, the Kingmaker. And we get to wear our crown now. Nice. I have been crowned king. Now I must prove myself worthy of the title and sit upon the Conqueror's throne. I turn from the crowd, and the silence fills the hall. I begin to climb up the narrow, uneven steps, with each footfall echoing throughout the chamber. It would have been really embarrassing if he would have slipped and fall. I'm just putting that out there. I take a moment to seal my resolve. As a palpable unease permeates the air, I turn and slowly lower myself onto the Iron Throne. It's not the most comfortable of seats, and I doubt I will ever get used to it, but I shall make do. I motion to my attendants to usher forth the first of my vassals, who have come to bend the knee. Bring the lords before me. Coronation, the conclusion. When finally the last guest leaves, I look upon the deserted venue, the food leftovers, the spilled spice wine on the floor, the echoes of the people's laughter still lingering in the air, and feel satisfied. What an amazing day. I did a very fine job organizing it. He did a very fine job of organizing it, and he did a very fine job of cheesing mechanics in order to get it. Let's go. Thank you all for coming. Oh, there's even more stuff because we hosted a Grandiose Coronation. And we look at the money. Oh, I'm going to pay him back. That's the very first thing. Excellent. So if I go and look at our court, our council, you know, he's liking us. We just, you know what? I'm going to give you a little gift. There you go. Look how nice you are. Good man. Good man. Excellent. We have some dynasty legacies, and because of our, you know, being Targaryens, I'm putting it that way, we have the entirety of the Dragon Lords already unlocked for us. And we have the glory chain all the way to, was a renowned name. But I personally like noble veins, so I'm going to go down the blood track a little bit. Because I like to farm really good traits. That's something I like to do in these games. Okay, available perks. Let's go for actually, no. We're going to go for Stalwart Leader first. And there's a bunch of hooks. I'm not going to even go through them. Let me just go ahead and repay them back. You know, repair my loan in full. Cover what I have. I'll pay 50. Nope, repay it in full. I don't like being in debt to anyone. That is perfect. And that is pretty much it. So, we, being House Blackfyre, now are in control of the entirety of the Seven Kingdoms. But there is one last thing that I need to do. I need to make sure that I send him to the wall. If I can. Strip knighthood. Ransom for artifacts. I don't think I can. He can renounce his claims. Renounce his claims to everything, that he'll be stripped of everything. Doesn't matter. Yep, you can come in. That's fine. Yep, there you go. You're going to renounce your claims, and you're going to F off wherever the heck you want to go. Farewell, Aegon. And then your son, you're going to renounce your claims as well, and then you can do whatever the heck you want with your Dustin wife. Bye-bye. And then the rest of you guys can just languish around in my prison. So, if you guys want to see a continuation of the Blackfyres now being in control of the Seven Kingdoms, do let me know. Until next time, thank you so much. Please consider like, commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell button, sharing with your friends. Hyping the videos always helps. You want to see more CK3, let me know. And I'll catch you on the next one, my Rantians.